If you're looking to use the AI space to build businesses, to make money, and to change your life generally, then this video is probably the most important one you're going to watch this year. Because in this video, I'm breaking down 5 different ways that you can start an AI business using the same formula that I've used to change my life with it. So if you're not familiar with me or my channel, my name's Ottley, and about a year and a half ago, I got into the AI space, sensing that there was this big opportunity brewing, and I've been able to, over the past 18 months, go from literally $0 in AI income to multiple 6 figures per month with me and my team. So we've been able to come in and learn this AI space rapidly, exactly how I'm going to share with you later in this video, how to actually learn the stuff you need to build businesses in the AI space. I'm going to be teaching that and giving you a crash course and a step-by-step list on how to learn the stuff required for 5 different AI business models, which I'll share at the end. So, very important video. If you are serious about it, then watch this thing, because this is the distillation of a year and a half of my learnings in the space, and also the most recent styles of AI agencies, which is the model you're going to be learning, that are actually working and people are actually able to make money with. So I'm going to start off with a little bit of more background. So I'm going to rub this off, give me a second. A little bit more background to actually making money with AI in general and how you're able to do it. So people might think you need an AI SaaS, right? You're probably thinking, oh, I need to have like a really bright idea and I need to go and raise a bunch of money and make this big thing out of it. No, we don't really want to do that, because that's not accessible to most of us. I mean, I didn't have like $1 million just sitting in the safe to go and throw it at one of these startups, or I didn't have VC connections to go and get money. So SaaS is kind of off the board immediately, unless you do the kind of no-code SaaS route, etc. But generally, if you're looking to just get started in online business specifically, it's going to be something closer to agency. And an agency is when you're going to have clients who come and you pitch them and say, hey, look, I can build. That's going to be a hammer. I can build this for you, and then they give you money back for it, right? So you don't need any upfront costs. Well, there's some upfront costs for software, etc., but it's nothing like a SaaS. We need potentially millions of dollars of funding to get it off the ground properly. But agency business model, which I'm sure you're familiar with the SMMA and all the other agency business models, there's a million of them. You're giving something to your client, and they're paying you in return. So it's this client and patron to some degree relationship. So beyond that, you also have, in the AI space, well, this is based on top of the need for AI solutions. So all of these business models need to be based on some kind of demand in the AI space and where money can actually be exchanged. So agency opportunity in the AI space is based on the fact that we have millions and millions of businesses and companies around the world who have money, and they're willing to invest in getting AI solutions for their business so they can outcompete the competitors and actually benefit from some of the technologies. This is what the whole AI agency model that I've been talking about for over a year now is about, is this AI solutions demand, which is really rapidly growing throughout the world. So secondly, aside from agency, you also have education. Now, this is a massive need in the AI space right now as well. And if you're able to combine agency and education, where it's educating your niche, there is so much money to be made collectively from this as well. So what I'm going to teach you is, first of all, you can't educate anyone unless you've actually done the thing. So I'm going to teach you how to start an agency and get off the ground and learn the stuff that will then allow you to also educate people. But the agency is really where you're going to have to start, because if you're a LinkedIn AI guru who's all they've ever done is done consulting, you're never going to be able to get paid a lot for that information, because you simply don't know your shit. So when it comes to starting an AI business, we don't really want to go the SaaS route. We can't jump to consulting or education immediately because we don't really know anything. We haven't got any tangible proof of how we've been able to help businesses with AI and create value. So education you can't go to immediately, but generally this is built on need for clarity / strategy. Businesses and people all over the world are needing clarity and strategy on the AI space and everything that's happening in it. So education is still a massive opportunity for you, but it has to come down the line. You have to actually learn the thing and do the thing first, or you're never going to be much of an educator. And this could be in the real estate niche, could be any niche you can cut it. There's a need for education, whether you're doing like enterprise consulting on how to adapt AI to their dev teams. Like, there's so much there, but you first must start off with an agency, which is what I'm going to be talking about for the rest of this video. Okay, so we're not going SaaS, we're not doing education. You've got to start off with an agency, and now you get the 3 problems of starting an AI agency, which I've painfully learnt through myself and through all the people in our broader community. There's 3 problems that you have to solve when starting one of these agencies, and this is exactly what the 5 different strategies I'm going to give you at the end of this video are going to be based around. So 5 different types of AI agencies that occupy different types of niches, and I'm going to give you the blueprint to start them. But you first need to understand that we have 3 problems when starting an AI agency. Firstly, you have expertise, technical. So somewhere in your agency or your brain needs to be some kind of AI expertise. Understanding how to build things, how to use different software and different tools, or even code yourself to build systems that create value with AI. So you have to have some kind of technical expertise, and that's what we're going to be, the step-by-step strategies that I'm giving you after this, that's what they really focus on building up within a 2 to 3 month period. So first thing, you need expertise. Technical expertise either within your brain as the agency owner when you're starting out, or you need to hire it and bring it in as a CTO, a lead developer, or just as developers in general. Secondly, you need lead flow. So you need some way to generate leads and have them come across your desk and reaching out to you to ask to work with you, or replying to your emails, or however you're generating leads. And then finally, you need credibility/authority, because businesses are skeptical about AI right now, and if you can't provide some kind of reason as to why you're the guy for the job and you can actually deliver what you say, they're not going to buy from you. So you need to figure out a way to either tackle these problems one by one, or to tackle them all at once, which is the strategy that I recommend and that I'm going to give you now. So we need to somehow get technical expertise either in our brain, or we need to hire it. We need to find some way of generating leads and bringing people in contact with our business and our services. And then we need the credibility and authority to close them, like why I can actually do what I say I'm going to do, why I know this is going to help your business and it's not just some AI hype crap that is actually just going to waste your time and money. So we need to achieve all these 3, remember that. Okay, now the strategy to solve this for most of you, so remember, we need to solve all 3 of those problems as quickly and efficiently as possible and with the least amount of pain. There's always going to be pain, but we're going to try to do it with as little as possible. This is from my own experience and also from hundreds of people now in the community, broader community, in the AI agency space, both in free and paid community, who are using something similar to this and who are able to see success with it. So strategy revolves around 1, learn the thing. And the thing is the area or specific type of narrow expertise that you want to build within your agency first. So we've got, I don't know how I'm going to draw this, but you can have broad expertise, where you have to know A to Z, everything about a subject and everything in between. Or you can just say, I'm just going to learn this little bit and be an expert at that. A lot easier initially. It's going to take a lot less time. For in terms of my AI expertise over the past 18 months, I have started initially niche and an expert in a small area, which was originally custom knowledge chatbots, if you guys remember that, way back in March last year. I was making all these videos about how I can build these custom knowledge chatbots and giving you coding tutorials, and all these business owners were, oh yeah, can you build one of these for me? So I started off niche, and then through running my agency and making more videos and getting on consulting calls with people, I then slowly broadened my expertise to the point where now, when it comes to AI solutions for businesses and how AI can help them, it's a very broad understanding of it. So you can't expect to start off broad. You need to start narrow, which is why, I mean, when we say learn the thing, when you see the 5 different niched agency strategies that you're going to get next, it's all about picking one area. So whether you're starting here and going, okay, I'm going to start there, or I'm going here and I'm going to start here. We need to start somewhere niche and narrow, and we're going to learn the thing. So that's step 1. And simultaneously, you want to share your journey. So as you're learning the thing, you want to be documenting the learning of the thing. So I did this exact same thing over a year ago now. When I started my channel, I came into the space really curious, really motivated, but I didn't have that. I mean, the LLM technology that like ChatGPT is based on had only really just come out. And so I was starting at the starting blocks for basically everyone else. And I was only able to get to this point because of just rapid iteration and a lot of output within the space. And you can do the exact same thing, but you need to be sharing the learning of this. So that builds up. So I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. But if we share the journey in step 3, we're then going to offer Sorry, this will make sense in a second. So sharing your journey can mean YouTube, can mean LinkedIn, can mean any kind of medium. We've talked about a lot of these things on the channel, but sharing the journey in some way is going to be building up a track record of your expertise and growth, and that's going to tie into, I should probably have the three things. Expertise, 2, lead flow, and 3. So this is the strategy to solve these 3 problems, by the way. You probably can't see the green very well, but you know what it says. Expertise, lead flow, and authority, credibility. So by learning the thing, you can then share your journey of learning the thing on these different platforms. And then when you offer free consulting calls, the interest that you generate by sharing your journey is going to allow you to convert some of that interest into actual buying attention. People are ready to start paying for your services potentially. So then you can go close deals, right? Once you've got people on the phone, you'll find that purely if you do enough of them, there's going to be people who have money and are willing to pay for it. And they'll say, hey, look, would you be able to build me this? I'm willing to pay you for it. And that's when you can start to monetize on all of this stuff here. So coming back to the 3 problems, the expertise comes from learning the thing. The lead flow comes from sharing your journey. And also the expertise is something. You showing that you know what you're talking about is going to create that lead flow as well, but it's the documenting it on YouTube or LinkedIn, exactly how I've done it, exactly how hundreds of other people are doing it now. And the authority also comes from sharing your journey. So when they look back and you are 3 months down the line and you've been consistently posting information about one of these niche areas, which we're going to go into later, whether it's text-based agents, whether it's voice-based agents, these different areas where you can be an expert within a short space of time. In the AI space, you can be an expert in literally a month if you pick one specific tool. So it's very easy to become an expert. You just need to actually put in the effort and apply yourself for a prolonged period of time. Once you've got all of these done, you've got the expertise ticked off, the lead flow ticked off, and the authority, then you're able to start to close deals. So this is a way of attacking all 3 of these problems in one go. So within the space of 3 months, you will learn the thing, share the journey, be likely, if you follow the strategy correctly, be getting people booking in free consulting calls with you, and that sets you up perfectly to be able to start closing deals, solving all 3 of these problems. Now, there is another way of doing it, which we've kind of done as a community collectively over the past year, and that's to learn the thing, not to share the journey at all, but get to 6 months down the line. Here we are 6 months after starting, and you've learnt the thing, but now you've done absolutely nothing to share the thing. And so you're at square one when it comes to marketing yourself and getting some lead flow, which is problem number 2. So I would highly recommend you do these all simultaneously so that you can shortcut this thing to about 3 months and you have the attention you need to start closing some kind of deals. Okay, so now we're going to get into the actual 5 different strategies for starting. And so what these are is a type of AI agency you can start so that you can have a vehicle to learn and get deeper into the AI space. It's really all this stuff is about is making a bet on the AI space generally and just picking the right vehicle or horse within the space so that you can learn faster than everyone else. Because it's simply a level of expertise question. Who is the smartest and who is the most experienced in a certain space within the AI space? Might be the real estate AI guy. The only way that you're going to become the number 1 expert is by actually doing some kind of business and being active in the space. And the AI agency as a vehicle is what I've used to get deeper into the space and learn. And for many of you, it's also going to be the best starting point before you go on to education or whatever you want to do later. But whether you go into SaaS as well, I've got my own AI SaaS too. But the AI agency is what set me up for creating the SaaS. So it all kind of stems from the agency, at least in my experience. So you have these 5 different types, and you might be a bit confused, but give me a second. 5 types of strategies, you get the idea. So number 1, AI automation specialist. So we have an AI automation specialist. Let me write all of these out here first for you. So then we have 2, text-based agent. They're all specialists. I'm not going to write it every time. 3, voice agent specialist. 4 is Zapier ecosystem specialist. And I've run out of space here. Number 5 is chatbot specialist. So these are 5 different niche types of, remember that little diagram I did that? You got the broad, And then you've got the niched. Now this is niching your agency down by solution type, and you can always go broader at any point. But the idea is that it's easier to become an expert in a narrow area within a short space of time, and therefore be able to charge expert rates, than trying to be broad and taking a lot longer to be kind of a mid-level intelligence or understanding of the whole field. So it's better to go deep initially, and then over time you can broaden out to different areas. So these are basically starting blocks that I want to give you and just spoon feed you. I know the hardest thing when you're starting these businesses, I started my e-commerce stores like 4 or 5 years ago. And when I was getting started, it was purely the analysis paralysis of having so many options and concerns about the sequence in which I should do them. I'm trying to just spoon feed this to you all. Here's 5 different ways, and I'm going to give you step-by-step instructions so that you don't have to use your brain for the next 2-3 months. Learn the stuff, follow the process of sharing your journey as well, and 90, 95, 90, ideally 100% of you are able to actually put some rubber to the road and progress in the space by using at least one of these. So going through these, an AI automation specialist is different from a general AI agency because they're going to be specializing in specifically AI automations on things like Make.com and Airtable. So this is primarily based around Make.com and Airtable. So these are the only tools you really need to learn to become an AI automation specialist. And I've got some examples of guys who are successfully running these agencies as well. So example 1 is Shaz. I'll put him up on screen. Shaz Matthews, great guy. He was out in Dubai with me recently for our recent AI agency mastermind. Shaz is running a specifically AI automation focused agency. We also have SJ, member of my accelerator, I had him recently on the channel, so I'll put that up here somewhere as well if you want to learn more about his story. But he's come in as a complete non-developer, decided to learn Make.com, and is now making a supplementary income to his main job, which is equaling, in some months is paying more than his actual job. So SJ and Shaz, 2 examples of AI automation specialists. And at the end of this video, I'm going to let you know how you can actually get the step-by-step. So I've got about 6 to 10 steps in each of these strategies that is available on a document that I'm going to give you at the end. So if you want to get that, I'll be letting you know where to get it at the end, but I don't want to give that away too early, right? So each of these has attached to it like a 10-step plan. So if you're interested in any of these at any point, then make sure you stick around for that. Text-based agents. We have, these are a little more complicated, but the GPTs. If you played around with OpenAI's ChatGPT, the GPTs feature that they released, that's a consumer-facing text-based agents framework and platform. You also have the Assistants API. So this is how you can build GPTs and use them programmatically across anywhere in the world to build into applications for your clients. So text-based agents are different from chatbots in that they are basically you're building custom ChatGPT-like experiences for your clients. And that's freeform, that's open-ended, that's conversational. You might be using tools, you might be using custom knowledge. These are like custom versions of ChatGPT is the easiest way to think of these. I've actually built my software, Agentive, on top of this, which allows you to make GPTs and put them on WhatsApp, put them on websites, etc. So I'm very big, and also my agency Morningside is very big in the text-based agent space. This is something that I'm really big on. I think this is a great place to start. But you guys can make your choice at the end when you get the step by step. So text-based agents, you're building custom ChatGPT applications for your clients and putting them on WhatsApp, putting them on websites, various places, and your buddy's software also helps you do that. So voice-based agents, I'm sure you've heard. I've talked about it a lot on the channel. I think the voice AI space is really just getting started, and all of the other guys that are in my accelerator and my close network, they're all making a shit ton of money right now selling these voice AI solutions. So the space is extremely hot. It's moving very quickly. If you wanted to jump in and become an expert, I've seen guys go in and be an expert within spaces like 1 to 2 months of really applied effort in this. And if you get in the right circles, I mean, all of my friends that are selling these solutions are just freely sharing, like, oh, this is what's working, this is what people are selling, this is what people want to buy. So this is a really good space to be in. You've got platforms like Bland AI. Shout out the guys at Bland. We've got Air AI. There's a new one of these every week, so don't forgive me if I forget one. Synthflow. There's a whole bunch of different platforms, right? There's Zapier. Heaps of different platforms you can learn. You can basically just pick one, decide to be good at it, And the step-by-step strategy that I'll give to you has a ton of excellent resources that are all on YouTube. All of the resources that I'm providing in these step-by-step guides are going to be free. Voice-based agent space, going to be huge, really popping off right now. Great place to be in my opinion. And you have the Zapier ecosystem. We have some examples actually of these guys. So we have Shaz and SJ, we're doing AI automation, agencies specifically focused on the AI automation space. Then we have myself, Morningside. My agency is primarily focused on this through our own software. So we focus on text-based agents primarily. Also have Isaiah, a member of my accelerator, original member of my community, and he's selling text-based agents, AI appointment setters for Instagram DMs. I've recently done an interview with him on the channel if you want to learn more about how I think he's making $25,000 a month now on that, and that's soon to be more. If you want to watch that, there'll be tags somewhere up there. Isaiah's doing very well. Myself and the team selling agents to Agentive doing very, very, very well as well. Voice-based agents, we have guys like Mark and Taha. I've had Mark on the channel a long time ago, but I'll actually link their channels down below if you want to check them out. And they're going to be linked all through these documents as well. So scrap the description, they're going to be all through these documents. But examples of people who are successfully running these types of agencies are going to be in the document as well. So Mark and Taha, Giannis, I'll pop him up screen. You guys might know Giannis by now, a good friend of mine, and he's really crushing it in the space using voice agents. Then the Zapier ecosystem is an interesting play because the Zapier ecosystem has got so much to it now. There's tables, there's the Zaps in general, there's canvases, there's chatbots, there's so much crammed into the Zapier ecosystem, and it's all no code as well. So if you're looking to just get started in the space and really get eased into AI and automation and building these agencies, the Zapier ecosystem is a good way to just block out all the bullshit and all the noise and just say, this place, which is very well documented, huge community, great support, I'm going to just focus on this area. So if you're really concerned about the technical nature of building some of these solutions, voice agents can get a little bit gnarly on the code if you're doing things like Zapier. Text-based agents, when you're doing custom integrations to different platforms, can get a little bit gnarly, and doing custom front-end interfaces. AI automation, not usually too bad. This is probably a good place to start as well if you're a bit concerned about that. But the Zapier ecosystem generally, being a fundamentally no-code platform, is a great place to get started. So you can build on here automations, chatbots. You can have sort of like data management. So you can integrate AI into all of these and be creating value with AI through the Zapier platform. So good place to look into if you're concerned about the development or the coding nature of a lot of these solutions. I personally, if I was starting off brand new, I would be seriously looking at the Zapier ecosystem because they're building a lot of cool stuff as well. So it's good. It's a good long-term bet. And Zapier's also got Zapier Central, which I talked about on the channel. Talked about on the channel recently. And it's their AI hub for creating AI agents through Zapier. And again, all no code. So it's like this, but easier. So Zapier is a very good thing to be looking into if you are concerned about the development side of things. Should probably jump over this way. Finally, chatbot specialist. So this is different to text-based agents. I'm going to make a video on the difference between chatbots and agents soon because I probably should just make that clear. But cliff notes, text-based agents are these ChatGPT style experiences that are open-ended. You can ask them endless questions. They might have knowledge pulled in. They might have tools pulled in. But it's fundamentally an open-ended and conversational interaction. Chatbot building is more so focused on things like VoiceFlow. And I've talked about VoiceFlow for over a year now. And that's my go-to chatbot building platform. And I differentiate these from text-based agents in that chatbots I need to program and design piece by piece. And I have to build all the logic. If I don't build the logic, it's not going to be there. So it needs to be like, okay, well, if this comes in and we do something here, okay, well, it's either going to go up here or it's going to go down here, where you've got much more of a structured layout and control over the flow and functionality. So if you don't build it, it's not going to be in there. But with text-based agents, you don't need to program. There's no programming like this. You program it at the prompt level. So when you write your little prompt for the agent, that's the programming of the text-based agent. Here, you actually need to program it by telling it what to do when XYZ happens, right? So these are a little bit different. They're not worse. They are, in some cases, you want more control over the solution that you're building. And and the functionality within it. Sometimes these are a little bit too wild and unhinged to get the functionality that your client wants. And also these can include buttons and things like this, and buttons make it easier and better to use for your customers in various circumstances. So Chatbot Specialist, still a very valid one to be looking into. I think the voice flow to WhatsApp, because you can put a WhatsApp app with all these buttons and it can do things. The automation of all of a key business's processes with WhatsApp via voice flow, I think is a great stack to get started. You can look at any business you can basically walk into and go say hi to. You can try to take the core functions of that, whether it's booking a table, reserving, meeting a designer, or meeting the team, etc., can all be put into some kind of voice flow chatbot that you can then be put on WhatsApp. I mean, Americans, you're a bit behind on the WhatsApp buzz, but the rest of the world is very, very eager to be adopting things like this. So for Chatbot Specialist, a great example of this is big man Brendan. I'll put his channel. You may have seen him, Brendan Jowett, Australian guy, smashing it in the space, doing some really great tutorials. So if you want to check out his channel, that'll be linked on the document for this particularly. But those are the 5 different types. And again, these are narrow entry points to the space as a whole. So you might decide, I'm going to master this and this and get really good at it, and that's going to be my entry point, and I'm going to make those the first solutions that I sell. And over time, you can broaden and take on different challenges, but you need to start somewhere. And the reason a lot of you aren't starting is because you don't have a clear, you aren't able to cross off the alternatives. You're looking at, voice stuff, text stuff, I need to also do make an Airtable. I'm trying to give you a focused roadmap for 2 to 3 months so that you can actually get a start in the space and be able to cross some of these alternatives off. So in order to get the step-by-step guides for each of these, it's between 6 to 10 steps and resources. So it might be free online courses, it might be videos that I've made or my friends have made, some of these guys here. It's going to walk you through even free resources from places like Make that have their own academies and things like this. So I've curated over the space of a couple of days the best resources for learning each of these and put them into a sequence for you. So all of this is going to be available because I can't really throw it all at you in the description. I'm going to make a post on my school. So I've got a free school community. If you're interested in building AI businesses, then my school community is kind of the place to be. I'm in there doing free Q&As once a week. And the rest of the community are all actively building their own AI agencies, consultancies, SaaSes, all of the good stuff that you want to be around if you're serious about using this opportunity. So that's really all it is. And I'm going to be talking about this a lot more on my channel. But how I've been able to do some pretty cool stuff with my life since I got into the space. It's really been 18 months. And I've built quite possibly the dream life that I've always wanted. I have all of my friends here in Cape Town at the moment. We're all working together. My whole thing was always just cool shit with cool people, and I've been able to achieve that. And the more people that I can get to use this opportunity to achieve that for themselves is the ideal outcome for me. And if I can make videos like this and wave my hands around and make that happen in other people's lives, then that's something I'm pretty proud of and more than happy to spend an hour waving my hands around in front of a whiteboard for. And of course, there's massive incentives for myself as well. If I'm able to educate you guys appropriately and get you successful, I also have software. And if you use my software to build your agencies, then I can make a lot of money as well. So the whole point is that I introduce you to this stuff. At some point, you might end up using my software, and that'll help you to make more money, and then we all win, right? So that's the agreement we have on this channel. But if you want to get access to all of this, it is on the school, free to join. It'll be in the description. And if you go to the YouTube resources, it's a little tab on school. Once you get in, you should get let in within 10, 15 minutes or so. There'll be a little tab called YouTube Resources, and you click on that, and you find the title of this video. There'll be a whole post, and in there, I will have linked to all of the resources for all these different strategies. So, no excuse now. You got to get started. It's real. It's real. I'm living proof of it, and there are so many other people in the community. I've interviewed a ton of them on my channel now. If you want to use this AI thing for your benefit and to actually not miss, it sounds so cringe and cliche, but not to miss this one again. We get these once every 5-10 years, right? Usually 10. And this is the one. So use it. That's all.